Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hornet Arena. We're just about ready for the tip-off between your Bryant Lady Hornets and the Central Lady Tigers. Little Rock Central and Bryant tonight on a fun Tuesday night ahead of you for basketball, as we have a doubleheader planned with the girls starting first with the boys game to follow. Just about ready for the national anthem here from Hornet Arena, plus the introduction of the starting lineups. And then we will be just about ready to get this one underway. Bryant did not play on Friday night, as did most folks across the state and the region due to the winter storm. And so it has been a week since Bryant has played a game, and that's a stark contrast from what it had been like before that, having to play 3 games in a week. So here we are for the national anthem. We'll pause.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence and the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And with that, we're ready for the introduction of the starting lineups from our PA announcer. We'll get you the starters for the Central Lady Tigers with head coach Marlon Williams. First starter, number 12, Lillian Jackson, a 6-foot senior. Number 4, Solandra Ingram, a 5'9" junior. Number 11, Ashlyn Kimball, a 5'1" sophomore. And number 22, Jordan Marshall, a 6-foot sophomore. And the other starter was Avon Sasser, a 6'1" sophomore. And now the introduction of the Bryant Lady Hornets as the lights go down inside Hornet Arena. I imagine it will be the starters we've seen over the last couple of games. Number 2, the 5'10" junior, Lauren Lane. Let's see who's next for Bryant. Number 5, Brylan Finley, a 5'8" sophomore. Number 14, Natalie Edmondson, the 5'9" junior. Edmondson with a couple of threes last time out a week ago, as Bryant was hitting from downtown quite a bit. Emily Muse, number 22, the 6-foot junior. And number 10, Paris Atkins, the 5'8" senior who just recently signed her National College Letter of Intent to play basketball at UCA as the lights come back on, hopefully here inside Hornet Arena, and we're ready to get this one underway. Again, the starters for Bryant, it's Lane, Finley, Atkins, Edmondson, and Muse for head coach Brad Matthews. And for Little Rock Central, Jackson, Ingram, Kimball, Marshall, and Sasser for head coach Marlon Williams. Lane will jump in the center circle for the Lady Hornets, and she'll go up against Lillian Jackson. Opening tip won by Little Rock Central, and we are underway here on Tuesday, February 8th. Can you believe that? A second week of February already. Central fire a 3, too strong, an air ball along the backside there from Ingram. And Bryant has the basketball for the first time in this contest. Lane on the right wing, looks inside to Muse, a double team. Somebody has to be open. Muse works it back over to Finley, and she looks over to Coach Matthews for some instructions. Finley with plenty of time here. Central starts in his own defense. Now Lane had it taken away from her and then batted right back to Lane. They reset the shot clock. Ball being knocked around all over the place early on as Central has their hands in the passing lanes, and it will be Bryant basketball. Our crew tonight is Sydney Morgan, Talia Thrash, Naomi Ellison, Anthony Fontenette, Nick Gibbs, and Antarian Smith. And I'm Michael Westbrook here as we bring you Bryant basketball. Again, girls game first with the boys game to follow. Muse from the right side, her 3 also too strong on the first long-range attempt. Central back with the basketball, and we're a minute into the first quarter. Both sides still looking to find a basket on their second possessions here. Kimball controlling, Edmondson guarding, bounce pass right side, extra pass goes into the corner. Nothing there for Central's Avon Sasser. And now a 3 goes in for Little Rock Central. That was made by Lillian Jackson. Let's see, the board showing a 2. And I didn't quite get a good look at it, so she was holding up the 3 sign as she went down the court. Yeah, official says a long 2. And so 2-0. Although she thought she had a 3. This one is a 3 attempt, and it is good from Ashlyn Kimball. So Jackson a long 2, Kimball a 3, Central on top 5-0. About 2 minutes into the first quarter. A quick start now for Central. Good ball movement there from Bryant. However, good defense as well from Kimball, and we've got a tie ball. The possession arrow will go to Bryant after Central won the opening tip. Edmondson will inbound underneath their own goal. Inbounds to Finley. She's open. Set. Shoots. Can't hit. Rebound reeled in by Sasser. And so Avon Sasser listed at 6'1", the sophomore controlling. Drives into the paint. Off the glass and in. Sasser has her first 2. Central's out to a very quick 7-0 lead. Bryant needs a basket. They need a stop on defense as well. Finley picks up her dribble, needs some help. Dangerous pass to Atkins. Recovers it despite a hand on the basketball by Central. Atkins strong to the rim, a lot of contact, and she's fouled. Paris Atkins will go to the free throw line for Bryant. And the foul is on Avon Sasser. Sophomore from Central picks up the game's first foul. So Atkins toes the line for 2 and tries to get Bryant on the scoreboard, trailing 7-0. 5:32 left first quarter. Atkins short on the free throw. She'll have one more. Bryant coming off of a 49-44 win against Fort Smith Northside 1 week ago. Atkins has her first point. 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and Bryant on the board as well, 7-1. Central guards pass it around the perimeter. Now a step inside the three-point line. Marshall's shot won't go, out of bounds. And that will give the basketball back to Bryant. Quick possession there for Little Rock Central. And they're picking up about 3/4 court to apply a little bit of pressure. High one-handed pass from Finley. Muse can't handle it, and it is out of bounds. Not the play that Bryant wanted there. Finley thought she saw something. However, the thing is, if Muse would have caught that, he wouldn't have had many rebounders if she had taken a shot. She still would have needed her team to catch up to her, I think. It appears Bryant in a 2-3 zone defense as well. Central tries to split through the middle of that. Shot won't go for Kimball. Bryant the rebound. Here comes Finley. Finley on the move to Lane on the wing. Up top to Atkins. A Lane pulls up. 14-footer. Good. Paris Atkins hits from just a step inside the free throw line. 3 for Paris, 7-3 our score Central. 4:30 to go, first quarter. Drive in, some contact, no foul. Marshall's shot misses. Bryant has it. Pretty good pace to this first quarter between Bryant and Central. Here's Muse, thought about the three, steps inside, one-handed runner. Goes out of bounds. Not what Muse wanted there. And so it'll hold at 7-3. Central bringing the ball up the court, controlled by Kimball, Ashlyn Kimball. Edmondson steps out towards her. Now back up top to Sasser. They look inside. Atkins comes over, can't get the steal. Muse blocks it from behind. It's out of bounds on the offering from Marshall. Muse blocked it. And so 20 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Central. But a good defensive play right there. Pass at the free throw line, knocked free. Atkins has it. Atkins works one-on-one. She has her shot rejected. A block from Lillian Jackson. Bryant basketball inbounding underneath their own goal. Edmondson to inbound. Lane cuts, not there, out to Muse. She's wide open, can't hit. Edmondson had the offensive rebound, now she's got it. Out to Finley, open. She misses right side. Edmondson another offensive rebound. And a little mid-range jumper for Natalie Edmondson on the third look for Bryant on that possession. Makes it a 7-5 contest. Central still leading. We're inside 4 to play in the opening quarter. Up top, into the hands of Ingram. Works it left side, Kimball. Kimball back over to Ingram. Defense shifts, now right at the top of the key. 3 good. Or was she again on the line? Nope, they do give her the 3 there. Kimball hits that one. She has 6 of Central's 10 points. And we're nearing 3 to play in the first. Finley under some pressure, slings it over to Lane. Finley works it to Edmondson. She sets and hits. How about that? Back-to-back baskets for Natalie Edmondson. A 2 a moment ago, this time a 3. Schrader Custom Homes 3-pointer. Central 10, Bryant 8, 2:45 left first quarter. Pretty good atmosphere tonight. Quite a few seats taken up in the student section, about 3 rows deep. Out of bounds, it stays with Central. Check this out again on the replay. Finley, and basket good for Edmondson. Great look there. We have a timeout. We'll take it as well. Central 10, Bryant 8. 2:38 to play in the first. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball tonight, presented by Bryant Hornet Media. Ten to 8 our score. Central leading Bryant. 2:38 to go first quarter, and a timeout just a moment ago. Central basketball, as Taylor Day Davis has just checked into the game, a 5'9 freshman. And it looked like it was going to go to her. It does indeed go to Day Davis. Almost threw that one out of bounds, but a good recovery by Marshall. A couple of big possessions here to close out this first quarter. To the free throw line, ends up with Jackson and a shot clock violation. So right there you got the Bryant defense moving, shifting back and forth with every pass and making it difficult on the Central Lady Tigers. That's what you want to have happen if you're Bryant. Make that shot clock wind down. Extra pass from Edmondson to Muse into the corner. 3 won't go. Finley crashes the boards. Now out to Atkins, who drives. And that one's missed. Rebound picked up by Central's Marshall. Marshall quickly across the half-court line with Edmondson guarding her. Now out top to Day Davis, and Central will slow it down just a little bit here. They lead by 2, 10 to 8. On the right wing. Now back into the corner. That's Kimball. She can shoot. That one's going to bounce on the rim a couple of times, and Paris fights for the rebound. Atkins has it. She's looking to create some offense here for Bryant. Now out to Finley. Long shot's not really falling. Edmondson has hit 1 3-pointer in this first quarter. Now it's Muse at the free throw line. Shovels it over to Lane. Lane drives on Dade Davis, gets past her, met by another defender, and a block shot by Jackson. Here comes Central on the move. Finley will be charged for the foul. They'll say on the floor. The basket does not count for Sasser. If that's the NBA, they give him the 2 no matter what. But it looked pretty good there, but they'll say on the floor. And the first foul on Finley in this contest. In fact, that is Bryant's first foul, I believe. 15-footer won't go. Ball knocked around. Central comes up with it. Offensive rebound by Kimball. And as we roll under 60 seconds to play in the first, it's a new look for the Central Tigers. See what they do here. Drive around a screen, pull up 15-footer. Too hard off the back iron from Marshall. Here comes Finley. Don't have to rush too much here. Finley in a little bit of trouble. Finds Atkins. Sets her feet on the three-point line. Launches. Long rebound. Central has it, controlled by Sasser. Well, it's a bit of a track meet here in this first quarter. They are back and forth, and there's a 3 that falls in for the 5'9 freshman, Taylor Dade Davis. That's a huge bucket. As we wind down the first, it gives Central a 13-8 advantage. These two teams have already played each other once. Edmondson run off the three-point line, scoops it underhand to Atkins, and she just mistimed her play there and traveled with the basketball. 13 seconds left, shot clock turned off. We'll see what Central does as the inbound will come from Sasser. Bryant 3-5 in conference play. A look into the corner. Dade Davis got 4 to shoot. Got to do something. It's back to Dade Davis. 1 to shoot. She'll launch. Air ball. Brings us to the end of the first quarter. A 13-8 game. Central has the lead over Bryant. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball presented by the Hornet Media Program. Start of the second from Hornet Arena. After 1 quarter of play, the Central Lady Tigers have a 13-8 advantage on the Bryant Lady Hornets, but 5-point game and 3 quarters to go here. Let's see if Bryant can start off a little bit quicker in this second quarter of play. Kimball with a couple of 3-point makes. Need to watch out for her. She leads all scorers with 6. And Edmondson for Bryant leads the Lady Hornets with 5 points. Atkins has the other 3. That ball was almost stripped. Now down into the corner. Shot is up and in. That's a long 3. So that is good for Michaela Linwood, who we're seeing for the first time. Now Muse off of the Finley pass. There's Muse for the layup. And a quick counter for the Bryant Lady Hornets. They needed that. Central 16, Bryant 10. Well, when you're in that kind of zone defense, that's going to create long shot opportunities, and Central's hitting those 3-pointers. That one won't go. Atkins clears the glass. Finley can really pass the basketball. They got to get it back into her hands to run the offense, although you do have Austin Olent in the game now. As Bryant tries to mix it up just a little bit. Now Atkins will dial up the long-distance 3 and hit. Schrader Custom Homes three-pointer for Paris Atkins. She has 6. Bryant is to within 3. And they trailed by 5 after a quarter of play. So a strong start in a minute and a half into the second. Look inside, but they cannot find the intended target there. It looked as if Marshall was trying to post up. Instead, Kimball. And Olent will be called for the foul. First foul on Austin Olent as Kimball, once she got the basketball, was trying to go right to the rim. You saw Atkins there on that 3 a moment ago. So the Central roster, it's in alphabetical order. Normally rosters are in numerical order. So when you look down for, say number 22, you would think, well, that might be right before 23. Not the case. In fact, actually the roster is in order by classification. They have the seniors listed first, then the juniors, sophomores, and then the freshmen at the bottom. So a little bit difficult from time to time to register all the names quickly, but we're doing our best. Marshall hits the free throw. One more for Marshall. So 2 for 2 for Marshall at the line. So the fouls right now, Finley has 1, Atkins has 1, Edmondson also has 1. That's the 3 fouls for Bryant. Finley picks up her dribble to Edmondson. They try to swing it over to Atkins, and it's tipped out of bounds by Marshall. So it stays with Bryant. No harm done there. 6:03 to play on the second. Hope the voice hangs in there for you tonight. We had Henderson and Ouachita basketball last night as I broadcast the Ouachita games, and so we had a Monday makeup game. Here's Finley, long 3, can't get it to go. Had that last night, this tonight, and more college basketball on Saturday. Bryant will be on the road Friday night. We're thinking about the road games for next year, but brand new program trying to get settled in here at home for right now. We got a foul prior to the shot. It was Muse who fell down, and they're going to call her for the foul, actually. Coach Matthews wants an explanation. First foul on Emily Muse, 4th foul on Bryant. Only 1 foul committed by Central. They have played a really good first half of basketball so far. Bryant right there with them. Into the corner, a 3, good. Yet again, for Michaela Linwood, somebody is going to have to get a hand on Linwood. Since she's come into the game, all she's done is hit shots. Her second 3-point make, and Central now has their largest lead of the game. Edmondson tries to counter, can't make it as that goes too hard off the back iron. And Central's up 21-13 in possession as we roll near 5 to play until halftime. Finley knocks it free. Olent comes up with it, fires it up the court to Paris Atkins. She'll pull up on that left elbow of the free throw line, and a rebound by Central. Marshall right back with it. Nothing happening for Bryant there. Good defense a moment ago. Let's see if they can duplicate it now. Bryant back in that 2-3 zone defense. You've got Finley and Edmondson up top. Got to shift over. There's a 3 from Kimball. It's good. And coach needs a timeout. Rightfully so. The shots are falling for Central. They now have their largest lead of the game at 24-13. And we'll take a quick break. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball presented by Hornet Media. If you want to see what's happening at Bryant, a new show put out today by our news team, although as I was just checking the YouTube channel, Their teacher never makes mistakes somehow listed the show as February 4th. Today's the 8th. So I don't know what I was thinking there. Check out Hornet News now, the February 4th/8th of 2022. Who knows? Lost a few days there during the winter storm, I guess. Check that out on the YouTube channel. Great show. A lot happening at Bryant. Students covering a lot of different things. 3 on its way from Central. No good that time from Marshall. Olent has the rebound out to Finley. Back to Olent. And so Edmondson swings it to Finley. Traveling violation. Yep. The official got it right. It's one of those where you wish they might miss it, but they saw it all the way. Dade Davis will check out of the game for Central. Sasser back in. You also have Ingram on the floor. So Bryant took a timeout, and part of it probably for that right there to start applying a little bit more pressure up near the half-court line as Lane's able to knock that basketball out of bounds. Got to start making things a little more difficult on Central. Right there, Atkins almost had a steal. There's a double-team trap. Still trapped, and the ball is going to be called a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to the Lady Hornets. So Bryant takes over. Good defense. Now you got to get some offense going. Jayla Knight into the game as well for the Lady Hornets. Knight and Edmondson play catch. Oh, a bounce pass underneath as that went right between the legs of Lane. Couldn't come up with that one. Edmondson almost takes the basketball from Central's Ingram. Defense has definitely picked up their intensity. Knight steps out to guard. Air ball. Muse with the rebound. She'll hear from the home crowd on that air ball. And here's Atkins taking on 2 defenders. Leaves it for Muse trailing. She has it taken from her. And it's getting a bit wild out there right now. Kimball comes up with the steal. Excellent pass down the floor to Sasser. And a layup. 2 more for Sasser. She has 4. Central has doubled up Bryant. It's 26-13. Edmondson over to Knight. Looking for a long shot perhaps. There's Muse wide open. She fires. Too strong. And 1 3-point make in this game from Atkins and 1 from Edmondson. Other than that, the long shot's not falling, and yet for Central, they are able to hit quite a few. That one doesn't go. Another good stop. Here's Lane. Works it over to Knight. Edmondson finds Lane open at the free throw line. To Muse, cutting through the lane. It just goes on the front of the rim and in. Just able to push that one across. Muse with 4. Big basket for Bryant. They need a steal and some sort of momentum play. A drive from Ingram goes against Knight. Muse comes over. We got a collision. We'll see who the foul is on. We'll put it on Knight. First foul on Knight. 5th team foul against Bryant. 2:18 to play until halftime. Free throw in for Ingram. One for 2 for Ingram. Lane able to get that one near the out-of-bounds line. So nearing 2 minutes to play until halftime. You want some sort of momentum going into the halftime break. You don't have to come all the way back. Atkins' shot won't go. And we got a tie ball. The possession arrow belongs to Central this time. Very close game when they played each other at Little Rock Central. It was 55-50. Central with the win. Bryant with 3 conference wins. 1 over Mount St. Mary's, 1 over Little Rock Southwest, and a win over North Little Rock. Here's Muse, had it taken from her out of bounds. So she came up with a steal. It was knocked free. It'll be Bryant basketball. First a timeout. I think Little Rock Central took the timeout here. 1:52 to play until half. We'll step away as well. Central 27, Bryant 15. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. Look at some of the replays a moment ago. Nick Gibbs on replay and Terrian Smith, our technical director tonight, in the booth. We even had a visit from my son, Holt Westbrook, who went in there and pressed a few buttons on that TriCaster. So watch out, Antarian. He's coming for your job, my man. Although he's only 20 months old, I don't think he's exactly ready yet. Atkins misses that short-range jumper, and Central has the basketball. They have really looked good in this first half. 27 first-half points. Bryant comes up with a steal, looking for some points. Here's Lane. Lane works on her defender, stops, shoots, blocked, and Central comes out with that one. It's Jackson. Jackson on the move, bounce pass down onto the low block. Atkins had her tied up. They let him play on. Ball ends up out of bounds, and it is going to be Central basketball. So the defense has been there for Bryant. The shots have just been going down for Central. Not hitting at quite the clip that they were early on in the second. Perhaps Bryant's weathered the storm a little bit here as Central started to cool off some. Day Davis back into the game. They will send the entry pass out to Marshall on the inbounds. Marshall works it over to Jackson. Now they look inside. Muse hits it first, then Atkins comes up with it for Bryant. Atkins, bounce pass, dangerous pass to Lane. She gets it back, now goes to Muse with a layup. An assist for Paris Atkins, a basket for Emily Muse. She has 6. Central 27, Bryant 17. Less than a minute until the halftime break. And Lane comes up with a steal. Lane to the rim, finishes strong. Lane with her first 2. Back-to-back baskets for Bryant. 27-19 our score. Look underneath on the low block into the hands of Sasser. Kicks it out. 3 won't go. Again, 27-19. And an offensive rebound for Central. Basket is in for Jordan Marshall. We'll get that scoreboard updated for you. It seems to have locked up on us a little bit there. Knight, high pass to Edmondson, out of bounds. Yikes. (29-19) our score. A turnover there on Bryant, and that'll give the basketball back to Central for one final possession here. Ball knocked into the air. Atkins has it. Atkins got to watch out from behind. Able to give it off to Lane. 3 seconds. Edmondson sets, shoots, cannot hit. Oh, goodness. That would have been a big 3 going to halftime, but nonetheless, it doesn't go. And Central ends up extending their first quarter lead of 5 out to 10 at 29-19 at the halftime break. We'll take a break and come back for the third quarter in about 10 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. Welcome back to Hornet Arena. Thanks for being with us tonight. Bryant trailing Central at the halftime break by the score of 29-19, and here comes the second half comeback perhaps, but our officials huddling up first to have a discussion. It might be a matter of if the possession arrow was changed at the end of the first half and to see who's supposed to actually have the basketball. So don't know. Yep, that's what it was. They had to change the possession arrow down there. So that typically happens, and it's actually going to be Bryant basketball to start the second half and not Central. So common little mistake there that sometimes happens out of halftime, and usually identify it pretty quickly. So it's actually Bryant basketball. They start with it. Natalie Edmondson, Brylan Finley, Lauren Lane. Finley's going to take the first shot of the second half. Three won't go. You also have Atkins and Muse. Wow, Atkins got run over there by Ingram, and I think maybe if the officials had seen that, they might have called it. I don't know, just some incidental contact perhaps away from the ball. Here's Atkins, three, down and in. Atkins hits the three, and so don't know if there's a concerted effort there to shoot the long-range shot out of the halftime locker room, but Finley took one, then Atkins took one, a Schrader Custom Homes three-point make. Ball bounces into the paint. That's a good way of seeing that the players are blocking out when the ball hits the ground like that. Now Edmondson, her three, swish! Schrader Custom Homes three-point shot. Antarian busy back there in the control room, and Nick getting those highlights ready, I'm sure, as Bryant has come out firing here in this third quarter, and they are to within 4 points after trailing by 10 at the break. Central's Ingram comes back with a three-pointer, and it was too much. Offensive rebound. We've got a foul on the ground there, and that's going to be against Bryant. Look at this one. Edmondson splashing in the three. Nothing but net. There's Edmondson live now. Actually, the rest of that replay there, I thought it was live. Fooled me. Free throw good. That makes it 30-25. And 2 for 2 for Avon Sasser. See, the board showing Sasser with 4 points. I had her with 6, so I might have been off somewhere. All right, they got Jordan actually with 8. So we'll go back to 4 for Sasser. That might be the difference there. Atkins was hit. She will head to the free throw line. She took a hard fall. Mentioned it during the introduction of the starting lineups, but Paris has now officially signed her letter of intent to play basketball at UCA next year, and our students went out and covered the athletic signing day in multiple locations last week before that bad weather hit. And we've got a report in our sports segment of the latest Hornet News Now show, so check that out on the YouTube channel. Atkins, 1 of 2 at the free throw line. She is into double figures now with 10 points. Bryant to within 5, a strong start to the third quarter, and see if they can keep it up. Ball tipped into the air out of bounds. Edmondson had a hand on it. Finley has to go retrieve the basketball out of the front row of the bleachers. Inbounds coming from Marshall. And now Central works it underneath. Ball batted around a bit. Long two, halfway down and out. Lane able to come up with the steal. Good job by Lauren Lane. Here's Finley, one-handed floater on the front of the rim. It would not go. Rebound by Central and a foul against the Lady Hornets. They will put that foul on Lauren Lane. That is her first personal foul. Second team foul against Bryant here in this third, and we've got a substitution as Ingram will go out of the game. Taylor Day Davis is in. Ball free, picked up by Atkins. Good job, I think, of Muse is who that was there to initially get a hand on it. Finley, one-handed pass over to Edmondson, to Muse, back up top, and they swing it the other direction. Bryant looking inside for Lane. Muse was open. No way Lane could have got it to her there. Edmondson gets it to Muse. Now her three on its way. Won't go. Rebound by Dade Davis, and Central clears the glass. They'll take it back the other way. We near 5 minutes to play in the third. Muse comes away with a steal. She's got Atkins running with her. Muse will take it herself, and she's hit on the arm. Muse with a steal, heading to the free throw line. Foul against Central's Ashlyn Kimball. Sure, this is not correct. Sometimes I miss a foul or two. My stat sheet showing just 2 fouls for Central in the entire game. Now they've got 2 here in the second half, so I think I've missed 1 or 2, but I haven't been off by very many, that's for sure. The junior goes 2 of 2 at the free throw line for the Lady Hornets, and it is a 3-point contest. Marshall walks the ball up the court. Pressure applied in the backcourt now. They've got to send it all the way back to Kimball. Kimball has it stolen. Here is Lane with the layup. Lauren Lane has 4. Central has seen their lead nearly evaporate. It was 10 at halftime. Now a 1-point game. And Central takes a 30-second timeout. Look back at this replay. Lane just hand in the cookie jar. Comes away with a steal. And the 2 for Lauren Lane. Central 31, Bryant 30. We've got a couple more games for you here this year on the YouTube channel. So a week from today, Bryant will take on the Cabot Panthers right here at Hornet Arena. And then the next week on a Friday night, which will be February 25th, the last Friday night of February, which is pretty wild to believe. And that will be when Conway visits. And so that is what is still to come here for Bryant Hornet and Lady Hornet basketball. We've got the doubleheader planned for you tonight. And again, our crew doing an excellent job. Talia Thrash, Sydney Morgan, Naomi Ellison, Anthony Fontenette on our cameras tonight. Finley comes up with a steal. Crosses over a defender to the rim with the roll and in. That is the first basket of this contest for Brylan Finley. Central right back the other direction. Marshall hits the basket, and she is going to the line for an and-one opportunity. See this again. Finley just acting like a free safety there. Comes away with a steal and takes it back the other direction. Free throw is up and in for Marshall. So Marshall now has 11 points to lead Central. And that ends up erasing Finley's 2 and adding 1 to the Central side. So they're back up by 2 points now. Atkins skips it over to Finley, around her defender, into the corner. Edmondson sets, shoots, can't hit. Dade Davis the rebound for Little Rock Central. Davis, thought about the long jumper. Instead, leaves for her teammate right at the rim. Basket is up and in. Central back out to a 4-point advantage. That's 2 more for Sasser, who has 6. Bryant right here in this thing. Less than 4 to play in the third. What a great game this has been. We've got a foul as Lane made her move to the rim. Foul on Central. It'll be an inbound underneath. Still a long way from the bonus. Believe they put the foul on Kimball. Right underneath, Atkins. Always good when you can score on an inbounds play. Coaches and teams work on that all the time. There's Finley coming across, knocking it loose. Knew a coach who used to always say you're a good team when you can score on an inbounds play. Those are some big momentum plays as well. Inbounds will go to Jackson. And this is Jackson controlling. Now into the corner. 3 will not go. Marshall misses. Here's Lane. Atkins trailing her. She'll give to Atkins. Pull up on the 3. You betcha. Schrader Custom Homes 3-point make for Paris Atkins. Bryant has, I believe, their first lead of the game at 37-36. How about that? Bryant trailed by 11 with 4:41 to go in the second. They've trailed by 10 at halftime. They've come all the way back, and they lead by 1 with this free throw coming here for Central. That ties the game. At the 3:01 mark of the third, Bryant went on top just briefly. One more free throw, and 2 for 2. Don't have the official team numbers here with me tonight, but the free throws have been another good spot for Central in this one. As both of those go down, they have a 1-point lead. Lane just inside the free throw line, uses a dribble to escape the defender, partially blocked it looked like. Marshall comes up with it. Lane knocks it free out of bounds. Coach asking for a foul, doesn't get a call. 2:42 to go in the third. So Atkins with 15 points now. And here comes a double team trap. They'll work it over to Ava Walker in the game now, a 5'5 sophomore. Have not seen much of her in this one. Over onto the right side, it goes to Jackson. Pull-up jumper for Jackson from about 12. Misses. Atkins, she might just take on all 3 of these Central Tigers. No, they are able to stop her. Muse swings it into the corner. Edmondson launches. Cannot make that one. And Central takes the basketball back with a 1-point lead, nearing 2 to play in the third. What a fun, exciting third quarter this has been, certainly back and forth. We said it was a track meet earlier, and you've got every bit of that right now. Air ball from Walker. She'll hear it from the crowd, and Bryant takes their collective breath and will slow it down for just a moment. I need a break, too. Here's Muse. Her 3, nope. And a long rebound by Marshall, and she is on the run the other way. A wide open layup for Marshall as nobody was able to get back. That's one of those where the ball just bounced in the exact perfect spot for Marshall to pick it up on the run and get out in front of her defenders for an easy layup. Muse backing down, kicks it to Finley. She launches, she hits. Schrader Custom Homes 3-pointer for Brylan Finley. 40 all. As we near a minute to play in the third, and there's a loud defensive chant picking up here. Lane with a steal, jump stop, misses the layup. Atkins fouled. Atkins a little upset she couldn't finish that one, but she was fouled. Look at this again. Finley over to Muse, who backs down her defender, kicks it back to Finley, buries the 3. And we're tied at 40. Atkins to the free throw line to perhaps untie this thing. She's good there. 14 fouls now on Central here in the third. Substitution as Sasser goes out. And Michaela Linwood is back in. She's hit a couple of 3s in this game. Got to put somebody on her. 2 for 2 for Atkins. A game-high 17 points. Wouldn't expect anything different as Atkins has led the team all year long. High pass. Dade Davis has it, works on Finley, down to the low block. Good defense. Davis in trouble, traveled. Got the call right. Defense caused Dade Davis to just take an extra step. And again, Bryant can slow this down a little bit if they wish. Muse back out up top to Finley. Olin back in the game. Here's Atkins. Drive to the baseline. Swings it over left side. Finley's 3. Yes! Brylan Finley off of the assist from Atkins. Schrader Custom Homes 3-pointer. A steal. Bryant comes up with it. Lane with the takeaway. Here is Finley across half court underneath to Olent. Olent with the layup, and the crowd is going wild now as Bryant is on an extended run to close out the third quarter. One more possession for Little Rock Central. Down into the left corner, 3, no good. Olent comes up with it, 3 seconds left, down to 2. She had a little more time than she realized. Coach Matthews is all smiles right now. His team with a strong push in the third quarter. Adkins, what a pass. Finley knocks it home. Bryant will take a lead to the fourth quarter. We look back at some of these other plays from this one. Lane coming up with the steal. What a pass from Finley. Good job of Olent running down the court. And we'll start the fourth in just a moment. You're watching Bryant Lady Hornet basketball. Well, how about that? Let's see, our score not updated on the screen either. It's actually 47-40. Sorry, I missed that down the stretch. Again, that last minute or so, the scoreboard doesn't always update. We're working on that. So it got a little exciting there at the end. So it's actually 47-40, and then there's a three from Central that kind of takes away some of the momentum right there. Give the basket to Linwood, we just mentioned her a moment ago. She's hit 3 3-pointers. So a basket from Olent just right before the half, her first 2 points of the game. Let's see, we've got Adkins with 17, Finley with 8, Lane with 4. Adkins to the rim, she's fouled. A great play by Adkins. And again, I know she wants that basket to go, but had her defender completely faked out on where she was going. Defender thought she was going to pass or maybe turn over her right shoulder, instead went to her left. Adkins hits the free throw, now 18. In the win over Northside a week ago, 49-44, Adkins had 16 points in that game. Bryland Finley had 15. Those are the two leading scorers. If you look at this one, Adkins with 19. Finley, Edmondson, and Muse all have 8 apiece. That's some balanced scoring. A layup missed. Opportunity blown there by Sasser, but bailed out on a foul. A foul on the Bryant Lady Hornets with 7:20 to go in the fourth. Fifth team foul against Bryant. And Sasser good for the first free throw. Trying to see who they put the foul on. Muse is going to go out. I think Olent thinks she's coming out too. No, she's going over to talk to her coach. Muse is out, Edmondson in. Muse, I think the board's showing her with maybe 4 fouls, so that's why she's out of the game right now. And both free throws good for Avon Sasser. This one's going to come down to the wire, it appears. Bryant by 3 right now, as we've already played 1 minute in this fourth quarter. An exciting game here at Hornet Arena, as Bryant looks for their 4th conference win. Lane up top, trying to direct traffic, almost had it stolen from her. Finley takes over, needs to hurry, 5 on the shot clock. Finley in trouble, down to 3. She's going to have to shoot, and it is partially blocked. Shot clock violation. And a turnover for Bryant will give the basketball back to Central. A little bit out of sync right there. 6:43 to go in the fourth. Bryant holding a 3-point lead. Michaela Linwood out of the game. She just comes in, hits a couple threes, goes back to the bench. She might be back in before it's over. Oh, a bit of a wild pass, but Central had a player over there in Ingram, and Finley will be charged for the foul underneath. Finley called for the foul, her second. 6th team foul. That's a bit of an issue here now with 6:31 to go in the fourth. The next one sends Central to the bonus for the rest of the game. Go to the free throw line on the 7th team foul, and as we said earlier, they've been hitting their free throws. Inbounds pass goes to Day Davis with Atkins guarding. Now Olent picks up out top as Central works it around the three-point line. Jackson, Dave Davis, Atkins able to come up with the steal, and we've got a whistle. Oh my goodness. Bring the cameras back, everybody. What happened there? And a few boos coming in. So they're actually giving the ball to Bryant. They call the foul against Central? I didn't see it. I'll go back and look at it courtesy of YouTube here. Yeah, okay, they actually called the foul on Day Davis. Atkins has her shot blocked underneath, and it's going to stay with Bryant, so no harm done there, but it was a pretty good block shot. Couldn't quite see who that was inside there. I believe Marshall. Inbounds goes to Finley. Bounced it off of her foot. She recovers it inbounds. Able to stay with it. 15 to shoot for Olent. Olent working over to her left side. Now here's Finley. Again, the shot clock winding down for Bryant. Paris open. Cannot make that one go. Saved inbounds by Central. Ends up into the hands of Kimball. And now some full court press, causing all sorts of havoc, but Central able to get past it, and they have a layup at the other end, plus the foul. Almost worst case scenario there for Bryant. Jackson, who has not been heard from since early on in the first, has the basket plus the foul. It's the second on Olent. And that is how the game can go. It looked as if Bryant might come away with a steal in the backcourt, maybe get an easy layup out of the deal. Instead, Central breaks the press. They get an and one the other direction. Bryant holding on to a 1-point lead, nearing 5 to play in the fourth. Here's Atkins, stutters, goes in, off the glass, and in. A little bit of force on that one for Paris Atkins off the glass. As I usually say, it's after hours, but the bank was open there. Full court press, watch out, open underneath. It's a gimme layup. Basket for Shalonda Ingram, and what's happening right now is that these Central players who haven't scored much, they're getting into the offense as well. Bryant by one, 51-50. Atkins sets and hits. She's having another day. Another good day for Paris Atkins, a Schrader Custom Homes three-pointer. That's 24 for Atkins. But again, right at the rim, Edmondson will foul underneath. And so an assignment being missed somewhere, it looks like, as the full court press is being broken. Look at the replay one more time. Finley with a good dribble, leaves it for Atkins. No doubt about it that time. Got to start watching underneath the rim. Central's getting these cutters at the rim on the full court press. And they're getting some decent looks underneath. It was a 1-on-1 situation on the 8th team foul against Bryant. And so Bryant by 4 on the missed free throws. We had talked about the free throw shooting for Central, but they do miss one there. Now Olent, she will go for a three, and she's hit on the arm. Hit across the arm by Jordan Marshall. Sophomore picks up her first personal foul. And that's going to be 3 free throws for Austin Olent. 2 points for Olent on the layup earlier. Big free throws here. Don't forget the boys game coming up after this one. We'll put about 15 minutes on the clock in between games and then bring you the boys contest against Central. That should be a fun matchup as well. One more coming here for Olent. Last time they played each other at Central, the Bryant Hornets able to get the win. Central took North Little Rock into overtime recently. Know all about North Little Rock. 2 for 3 for Olent. She has 4 points, and we've got a timeout from Bryant. We'll take it as well. It's 56-50. Bryant with the lead on Central. We are back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. Welcome back to Hornet Arena. Bryant will return to the floor with Brylan Finley, Natalie Edmondson, Lauren Lane, Paris Atkins, and Austin Olent. 56-50 our score. Bryant with a 6-point lead on Central. We're down to 4:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Bryant trailed by 5 after 1. They trailed by 10 after 2. They did take a 37-36 lead with 3:01 to play in the third, and they've gone back and forth ever since, but mainly holding on to the lead. Finley helps up Kimball. It's still Central basketball. There was a foul against Bryant, now a 1-on-1 situation. That is on Finley, her fourth. So Brylan Finley's got to be careful here with 4:03 to play and not afford to foul out. Free throw on the 1-and-1. And that's Kimball, who previously had 9 points, all 3 3-point makes. 2 for 2 at the line there, and it is now a 4-point game. Crucial possessions for Bryant. Need to protect the basketball, cannot turn it over. Needs good shots, good looks at the rim. And you know the defensive intensity is going to pick up for Central. Lane over on the right wing. And we've got a foul away from the basketball that I believe is against Central. Should put Finley at the free throw line. Well, Finley was looking at the official like, wait a minute, don't call that on me. I'd be out of the game. And I was right there with her. I was wondering how that was going to go. Third foul on Kimball. The sophomore hits on the front end of the 1-and-1. One more coming her way. She can go into double figures if she makes this one. Finley has 9. Mentioned Edmondson and Muse earlier with 8. Muse has been on the bench for quite a while with her 4 fouls. I'll let Finley play through her fouls, and she has 10. Back to a 6-point Bryant lead. Still a long way to go in this one. And the crowd had a lot of life during that run to take the lead before the end of the third. You don't need them to get too rowdy right now, but you'd like to see a little bit more life from the crowd. A drive in, kick over to the right wing. 3 on its way by Marshall. Missed it long. Rebound by Edmondson. Good job to hold on to that basketball by Natalie Edmondson that time. And now you run this clock inside 3 to play, and it starts to get serious. A 6-point Bryant lead. Basket could go a long way to a victory. Atkins, step back, 3, no. And tapped around, picked up by Olent. Edmondson is open. Her 3 will not go. And so Lane almost able to come up with a steal. It'll be 5-on-4 for a minute. Lane's got to catch up. Central doesn't take advantage of it. Back to 5-on-5. Kimball up top. Finley picks her up. They work it over to Dade Davis at the top of the key. Atkins thought she was going to pass up top, would have had a steal. Instead, it goes inside, and on the roll, the basket falls in for Central. Sasser has the basket. She has 10. And so 58-54 the score now. Atkins curls off of the screen, hit across the arm on her shot, and she's going to the free throw line. Atkins will try to get 2 at the free throw line. 9th team foul against Central. And cannot get the roll. One more coming her way. I believe they put the foul on Jackson, her second. Important free throw here. 25 for Atkins. Check the board to see if that matches. It does. Bryant scored 10 more points than they scored against Northside a week ago, and they have really played well on offense, especially in the second half. A close shot won't go for Central. Bryant will slow it down across the half-court line. And we are under 2 minutes to play in this contest. Finley almost lost it and able to get it over to Lane. Still plenty of time, 15 on the shot clock. Edmondson to Lane, left wing. Lane looking inside. Finley up top. Finley curling off of a screen, pulls up inside the three-point line, drops it in. How about that from Bryant Finley? A huge basket to make it 61-54. Bryant Finley has 12 points, and now you got to play defense one more time and go down and score. Perhaps put the thing away. Not going to happen yet. A three from Sasser gives her 13. Look at this again. Lane over to Finley. A screen set by Muse. Finley stepping inside the three-point line, hitting that shot. That gives Bryant 61, Central 57. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Lady Hornet basketball. Well, buckle up for the final 106. Could be a wild ride. Bryant 61, Central 57. And it is Bryant basketball. Edmondson on the floor with Finley, Atkins, Lane, and Muse. So Muse out there with 4 fouls. And you've also got Finley on the floor with 4 fouls. They've got to be careful even on offense. They'll get the ball to Atkins. They want to probably keep it in her hands as long as they possibly can. And with Finley as well, to see if Central decides to foul. We're down to 53 seconds to go. Finley has it, 20 to shoot, still plenty of time. You don't have to rush, and now we do have a foul. And it's going to send Lauren Lane to the free throw line. We'll put the foul on Central's Ingram. So for Ingram, that's her second personal foul. And free throws for the junior Lauren Lane. 4 points for Lane. These are big shots. And it's going to be 2. I think Central player thought it was a 1-and-1 situation there, but Lane going to get 2 no matter what. Hits the first one, makes it 62-57. And this could extend it out to 6. Lane does just that. Clutch free throws right there from Lauren Lane when Bryant needed them, and that makes it 63-57. And so again, you're in a situation where maybe 1 or 2 more possessions for Central, and you know they're going to be looking for the long shot. On the right wing, it's Marshall. Finley picks her up. Central taking a lot of time off the clock, trailing by 6. Bryant's completely fine with that. Now they work it back up top to Kimball, and Central just cannot get a shot away. They are down to 26 seconds left in the game. There's a 3 that's an air ball and out of bounds off of Central. It was not touched by anybody. And so Bryant has it with 22 seconds to play, 22 seconds away from their second consecutive home victory, actually third, as they beat Southwest in late January on a Saturday afternoon, and then a win over Northside a week ago Tuesday. And now here with 18.2 seconds to play, Finley is fouled and going to the line, perhaps to put it away. Her team up by 6. 2 shots here for Bryant Finley. She's got 12 and can't hit that one. 1 more. 2 players in double figures for Bryant. 25 from Paris Atkins to lead all scorers, and Finley is the other one in double figures. Missed both, got her own offensive rebound, was hit across the face, or at least the basketball hit her, and out of bounds off of Finley. And so it's going to be Central basketball, 15.8 to play. Clock is rolling. Across the half-court line is Kimball. Works it to the right side. Marshall, quick three, missed it short. Fight for the loose ball. Paris comes up with it. 4 seconds left. She's to half court, down to 2 seconds left. Over to Finley. Doesn't have to take the shot. Bryant will win it. 63-57. Students fired up over this one, as it is 3 consecutive home wins for the Bryant Lady Hornets. They have really played well here at Hornet Arena. This place should give them some sort of advantage from time to time, you would think, and it has certainly been the case as of late. As we look at some of the highlights before we take our break before the men's game, well, Brylan Finley, what more can you say about the sophomore? 12 points today. Excellent job passing the ball. You're going to see that on display here as she's able to find Austin Olent underneath for the basket, and Paris Atkins. 25 points for Atkins in this contest. On the drive, she was able to hit the shots from outside as well, and just another solid performance from the team leader. Really good game from Paris Atkins. Here she is on a step-back three. A lot of good highlights to look at in this one. I want to thank our entire crew from the Hornet Media Sports Production Team for our first broadcast. Talia Thrash and Naomi Ellison, Sydney Morgan, Anthony Fontenette on cameras. We had Nick Gibbs running replay, and Antarian Smith, our technical director. I'm Michael Westbrook. The final score, 63-57. Bryant defeats Central. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of the boys' game, so come back with us in just a little while. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to those just tuning in for the boys' game. Michael Westbrook here from Hornet Arena. The Bryant Lady Hornets picking up a big win over Central a little bit earlier tonight by the final of 63-57. And we'll look for a doubleheader sweep here tonight, perhaps, for the Bryant Hornets as they are ready to take on the Tigers of Little Rock Central. Our crew for tonight, we've got Talia Thrash and Sydney Morgan, along with Anthony Fontenette and Naomi Ellison on cameras. Plus, we have Nick Gibbs on replay, and Terrian Smith is our technical director. And the PA announcer introducing the starting lineups. First for head coach Brian Ross and the Tiger basketball team. Number 4, Savon Smith, a 6'1" junior guard. Number 12, Anar Boateng, a 6'6" sophomore forward. Also number 22, Dejan McDaniel, a 6'5" senior forward. Didn't quite get all those starters for you. We'll get the rest in a minute. Gavin Snyder, a 5'9" junior guard, was one of the other starters for Little Rock Central. And now the introduction of the Bryant Hornets starting 5 for head coach Mike Abrahamson. Number 0, Drake Fowler, the 6'2" sophomore. Number 24, Gabe George, 6' senior. Number 25, Darren Wallace, a 6'5" junior. TJ Lindsay in the starting lineup, 6'5" sophomore. And number 11, Kason Robinson, a 6'1" senior. Again, for Bryant, you've got Fowler, Robinson, George, Wallace, and Lindsay. That's the 5 that will start the game for the Bryant Hornets. And the starting 5 for Little Rock Central, see if we can get those to you again. It is Smith, Boateng, McDaniel, Snyder, and Moore. Luke Moore, the 6' freshman guard, was the 5th starter for Little Rock Central. So it was a really good matchup the first time these two teams played each other. In Little Rock, and tonight here at Hornet Arena, we hope for much of the same after the girls picked up a win about 15 minutes ago in exciting fashion. A really good game that one was, as the lights are back to full strength now, and we are ready to go. Little Rock Central wins the opening tip. They'll start with the basketball first. Snyder works it inside. They kick it to the right wing, and the first shot of the game from McDaniel is a missed 3. Bryant in the home white uniforms, white tops and bottoms, and Central in that gold top and bottom with the black numbers and the black trim palming of the basketball there. So a turnover on Drake Fowler will give it right back to Central to start the contest. The student section about 4 rows deep. Good to see a good crowd here for this one. Got the Bryant varsity cheerleaders leaving for Orlando, Florida on Thursday for the national competition. On the left wing, Boateng will drive on Wallace. Goes off the glass, able to follow his own shot and put it right back in. That's his first 2, the game's first points. And they pick up Drake Fowler in the backcourt, guarded by Snyder. Slings a one-handed pass over to Robinson. Fowler gets it back, step to the rim, can't finish. Rebound by Little Rock Central as Smith controls. Now down into the corner. Set shot 3 from Moore. Missed. Fowler the rebound. And he waits for some help. Robinson will take it. Bryant, like just about everybody else, not able to play on Friday night due to the bad weather. And now here is Robinson dialing up a 3. Connection busy early on as that one doesn't go. So the last time Bryant played was a week ago on Tuesday. Offensive foul, charge as Kason Robinson stands in and takes the charge. And there's the game's first foul at the 6:22 mark of the first quarter. They'll put that one on Little Rock Central's Savon Smith. A win over North Little Rock, over Fort Smith North Side, I should say. 54-52, exciting game that one was. Robinson, a 3-pointer, and he's hit on the arm, going to the line for a potential 4-point play. Kason Robinson with the first points. A Schrader Custom Homes three-pointer for Kason Robinson and the Bryant Hornets. Foul was against Boateng, his first, and 2 team fouls on Little Rock Central. Robinson cannot complete the 4-point play. Central back in possession of the basketball. So that game a week ago, 54-52, Bryant over Northside, and it was 54-49 on a Kason Robinson dunk that made it a 5-point game late before a 3 went in at the buzzer for Fort Smith to make it a 2-point contest. Basket there for Central a moment ago from Snyder, his first 2. Offensive foul. Official wipes out the play, calls a charge on Bryant. It's the first foul on Gabe George. A few boos from the home crowd on that one. I mentioned it during the girls' game, so this is my 4th game in 2 days. Long 3 from Central won't go, as I also broadcast the Ouachita games. We had a doubleheader last night in Arkadelphia. Ouachita taking on Henderson in the Battle of the Ravine, and so fun to be here tonight back at Hornet Arena. Long couple of days of basketball. I wouldn't have it any other way. Here is Robinson at the half-court line as it was poked away from him. Fowler looks underneath, finds Lindsay, and a foul called on Little Rock Central. That is against Dejon McDaniel, his first. Told the students they got late start Wednesday tomorrow. They can come in late. They could work late. We could have overtime tonight. Nah, we'll win in regulation. How about that? We'll see what happens. Lindsay misses the first free throw. The Central team really good. They took North Little Rock to overtime recently. Lindsay goes 1 of 2 at the line. So Lindsay adds a point to go along with Kason Robinson's 3, and we are tied at 4. 3 from Central, no good from Moore, and that will go out of bounds. Bryant basketball. In the win over Northside, Robinson had 18 points. Wallace added 17, and Gabe George had 16. Drake Fowler had 3. It was quite a night of scoring for those 3. Robinson squares up the 3, cannot hit. Inside 4:30 to go in the first quarter. 4-4 our score as Central's Moore brings the ball across the half-court line. George guarding. Now they swing it over to the left side. Cody Robinson into the game. He goes up strong to the rim, but lost it high into the air. They let him play on through the contact. Here comes Bryant. George looking inside, not there. Back out to Robinson. Working around the three-point perimeter. Fowler thought about the long NBA range 3 instead to Wallace. See if they can skip it to Robinson. No, instead inside to Lindsay. Now out to Fowler. Swings it over to George. He's wide open. Lets it fly. Knocks it down. Three-pointer for Gabe George. Schrader Custom Homes three-point make. Bryant leads 7-4 at the 3:37 mark of the first. A look back to the sidelines from Moore to his head coach Ross to try to figure out what play to run here. Screen set for Moore. He works from right to left. Now kicks it back out top to McDaniel. Shot clock winding down. 8 to shoot. Curling off of a screen, hanging in the air, and missing. That shot was Central Snyder. Rebound by Bryant. Good defensive stop there. Fowler out in front. High lob underneath on the low block to Wallace. Backs down his defender. Can't get the easy shot close range to go. Just a little bit too hard that time. He wants that one back, I'm sure. Bryant by 3, inside 3 to play in the first. Not the most high-scoring first quarter, but it has been exciting. On the left wing, Boateng will shoot over the top of Lindsay, and that takes a lot to shoot over his 6'3 frame. Rebound tracked down right about where the shot was released. Robinson has it. Robinson looking to make his move. Jump pass over to Fowler. George hitting a 3 a moment ago, now controlling. One-handed pass, Robinson sets up. 3 is too strong. Fowler will be called for an over-the-back foul, I'm sure. That's the way that one goes. Foul on Drake Fowler, his first, second team foul. Landon Newbern, the 6-foot senior, into the game. Newbern has started some games this year. You also have Daniel Culberson, a 5'11 sophomore guard, running the offense for Central now, as Central has gone to their bench quite a bit in this contest. A screen set by Boateng. They work it back left side. Long three, up and in for Luke Moore. The freshman connects from downtown, ties the game at 7. Robinson, Lindsey driving to the baseline. Fakes the pass, kicks it back out to Robinson. Good defense. Nothing there for Kaysen, and he'll work it back out to George, and they'll reset the offense. Robinson, hard drive in, and a charge called. No, excuse me, blocking foul. Blocking foul called. I was looking the wrong direction there. And it is indeed a foul on Central, which will send Robinson to the free throw line. Fourth team foul on Central. 1:40 to play in the first. That's the second on Anar Boateng, the 6'6" sophomore forward. Obviously, they want to keep him out on the floor as long as they possibly can, but he's going to come out of the game with his 2 fouls right now. So he is out. Savon Smith playing with 1 foul early on in this first. He's into the game. And Robinson misses both. Looks like Fowler was set to check in had that free throw gone down, but it did not. So they'll play on with Fowler still over at the scorer's table. Moore motioning, sends it right side to Smith. Works on Lindsey, traveled first. A turnover as the officials saw that one, and Lindsey will get his first break. 1:25 to play in the first, brings Fowler back in. Bryant on top by 1, 8-7. Bryant here at home had the electrifying game against North Little Rock with a huge crowd. Here's Robinson. No, offline. They hung with North Little Rock in that game, just could not come away with the victory. And then went on the road, able to defeat Conway. Then had to play Little Rock Southwest the next day. They won that game. And they played Northside, won that game. And Bryant on a bit of a win streak now. We're winding down the first quarter, 8-7 Bryant. Central with the basketball. Moore will slow it down. They're about a 10-second, 11-second difference between our game and our shot clock. Moore hanging in the air, kicks it back out to the wing. Now a drive. Newbern blocks the shot. Central gets it back. Culberson, he falls down. Long three won't go from Smith. Good defense from Bryant. Central hears it a little bit from the student section on that play, and now the shot clock turned off, and Bryant can hold for the final shot of this first quarter and a 1-point lead. Here's Robinson near half court. He'll make his move probably with about 6 on the clock. Here we are with 6. He's still waiting. Now he goes. A screen by George into the corner. 3 on its way. Not good from Wallace. And that will bring us to the end of 1. 8-7 our score. Bryant after a quarter of play. We're back for the second in just a moment. Stay with us. You're watching Bryant Hornet Basketball presented by Hornet Media. Start of the second quarter, Bryant 8, Central 7. And in that first quarter, 4 points from Kason Robinson, 3 from Gabe George, 1 from TJ Lindsay. Meanwhile, 3 from Moore, 2 from Snyder, and Kwame had 2 as well for Little Rock Central. So, start of the second. You know, I mentioned during the girls' game, a strong sports crew here, and the crew just keeps getting stronger. Carson Hobson has showed up for some work now. Basket up and in for McDaniel. His first 2 of the game. Central regains the lead, although it is early, 9-8 our score. And Bryant has Fowler, Lindsay, Newbern, George, and Robinson on the floor to start this second. Newbern to the baseline, out to George. Thought about the long shot, not there. Now Lindsay on the wing. Lindsay looking to back down his man, spins, fading backwards, and just could not finish that one. Well, when we were here a week ago against Fort Smith Northside, there were scouts all throughout the arena. We had scouts from Arkansas Tech and also UALR. Haven't looked around too much tonight to see if there's any scouts here, but I would think there might be. Fowler will drive on his defender, floats it to the rim, and he got it to go. Are you kidding me? He just sent a prayer up, and it was answered as he was tripped. And he's acting like he does that every day. Oh, my goodness. Can't wait to see that one again. 10-9, our score. Well, there's we'll get to it for you. Check this out. George works it down to Fowler. Whoop. Yep. Got it to go. And that is up and in for Fowler. 11-9. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, is what they say. He's a little bit of both. Off the glass and in for Snyder, as he was able to back down Fowler there for 2. And we are tied at 11, nearing 6 to play in the second. Lindsay wanted it underneath, can't get it to him. Robinson with 4 points, swings it right to George. George got a defender right in his face. That's Green. Out to Robinson, missed it short. And they'll say that one went over the backboard and out of bounds. And we've also got a player injured for Central. He's already out of the game there, but hobbling. It was Cody Robinson. He's gone back to the locker room. We'll see if we see him come back out anytime soon. Little Rock Central in control, tied at 11. This one's gone back and forth. Bryant had a 7-4 lead, then it was 7-7. Bryant led 8-7. They led 11-9. And Central tries to go back on top. Offensive rebound. Putback won't go. They're going to get 3 looks at it this time. Bryant can't come up with a rebound. Green back out top near half court to Culberson. Culberson crosses over in the paint, off the glass. He's fouled. And Daniel Culberson will go to the line for 2. Foul on Bryant, 3rd foul of this first half. It's the first on Landon Newbern. Free throw up and in for Culberson. So that game against North Little Rock, the Charging Wildcats won by the score of 62-50. That was on January the 25th. Kason Robinson had 20-something points in that game, if I remember correctly. And then, again, we mentioned that they had to play 3 games that week, taking on Southwest in what was a makeup game because Southwest couldn't originally play due to their COVID protocols. We may once again be a little bit beyond all of that, as it seems like cases are starting to drop off a little bit once again after the holiday spike. And hope for the best. Central by 2 in possession of the basketball. And again, going right at the student section. We've gotten a little bit more vocal as of late here. Here is Fleming. Now he'll work it back up top into the hands of Snyder. Central taking their time on this possession. Snyder swings it left. Fleming has it. He'll drive, double team underneath, and a slam for Anar Boateng, who has his first 2. I think I gave his sibling 2 points earlier, so that's actually 4 for him. Inside to Lindsay, bounces it up top. Extra pass over to Fowler. One more pass to Robinson, and back inside to Lindsay. They go around. Fowler up top, can't hit the 3. Lindsay, offensive rebound. Muscles his way in there for that one. Newbern fakes out his defender, got the layup. Landon Newbern with his first 2. Defender thought for sure he was going to pass the basketball there. Now just inside the paint. Shot won't fall for Central's Green. Fowler the rebound, and he is fouled. We're down to 3:32 to go until halftime. 15-13 Central leads. 6th team foul against Central. That's the first on Daniel Culberson. One more foul will be the team's 7th. Look at Newbern on that fake out play for the easy basket. Now Robinson will try to one-hand one to the rim, and it was halfway down and out. Would not go. Moore asking for his teammate to shift the other direction. Moore working on George, a screen set for him. Moore, good defense, now out top. Left-handed Fleming, can't hit, offensive rebound. And Central will get another look here, inside 3 to play until the break. Moore tries to work on George. George stays with him, but it'll be called for the foul. Gabe George picks up the 4th team foul on Bryant, and that is his 2nd. See if they take George out of the game. They do. Newbern, Fowler, Lindsay, Robinson, Wallace are the 5 on the floor right now. Central to inbound underneath their own goal. Again, a couple more fouls for Bryant to give here. They've only committed 4 in this first half. Moore drives in. He traveled. Well, not the NBA. He's asking the official for an explanation, or more or less showing the official what he did. Looked like a travel from here, and I'm a long ways off from where the official is, so I believe he got that one right. Call it like you see it. Newbern, one-handed pass over to Fowler. And Fowler starts to show off his handles all the way to the rim and in. How about that? That young man can dribble the basketball. Who's ever heard of a program called PIPS? Players in Progress, I think it was. It was a ball handling, basically. I don't know if you call it a camp, but it was all about ball handling skills with the basketball. It was popular years ago, probably not now. Drive to the baseline, a little bit of contact, and a foul. So Darren Fleming is fouled. He's not going to the free throw line yet. That's just the 5th team foul of this first half on Bryant, and it is the first on Darren Wallace. Inbound for Central comes from Snyder. Well, if you're watching, you're close by, you still got time to get here. This is going to be a good game. It just seems like it's going to be one of those nights yet again where the game's going to go back and forth. Basket in for Central, and they regain the lead at 17-15, 1:37 to go. And back the other direction, a Schrader Custom Homes three-pointer for the Bryant Hornets. It is Fowler, who now has 8. And a foul called. Coach A initially wanted that to go the other way. Look at this replay again. Lindsay skips it up top. Fowler says, why not? Splashes home the 3. Bryant back up on top by 1, 18-17. called the foul, I believe, on Newbern, which might be his second. He just went out of the game pretty quickly, so I couldn't see it on the scoreboard. And we do have Cedric Jones Jr. in the game now. Moore shoots right up over the top of the freshman and connects. So that's Luke Moore with 5. As we are about to roll inside 1 minute to play in this second quarter, Central regains the lead at 20-18. Fowler with a layup a moment ago and then a 3. He's got the hot hand. He wants it back. He'll think about that shot. Pump fake drive in. Leaves for Wallace, and Wallace can't finish. Got some contact and a foul. That'll send Darren Wallace to the free throw line. A good look from Gabe Fowler. 7th team foul against Little Rock Central as Wallace goes to the line. 2nd foul on Savon Smith. First point of the game for Wallace. Fowler leading all scorers with 8. Bryant Robinson has 4. Newbern has 2. George with 3. Lindsay with 1. And Wallace with 2. As Bryant has shared the wealth on offense here in this first half with 6 different players scoring. 20-20 our score. Here's Central underneath. Lindsay on defense. Boateng able to shoot right over the top of him and score. And the shot clock turned off here. 22-20 Central with the lead. Bryant can hold for the final shot before halftime. Robinson. Again, he'll wait till about 6 or 7 seconds and start to make his move. It's Fowler. Robinson, we're down to 6. Robinson, long range 3, missed it. Lindsay crashes the glass. The ball is loose in the paint, picked up by Central, no shot. And that sends us to halftime. 22-20, Central with the lead at the halftime break. As we look back at some of the highlights, it was Robinson on a 3-pointer, plus he was fouled early on in the game. Then Lindsay on the inside, finding Fowler, working it over to George for his 3 points in this first half. A lot of Drake Fowler. Drake Fowler with 8 points. He was able to drive all the way into the rim, plus this wild circus shot. That's SportsCenter Top 10. We might need to get that to SportsCenter tonight, see if we can get that out there. I'll see if we can get it trending later on. It's halftime. Central 22, Bryant 20. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. And welcome back to Hornet Arena at halftime. Little Rock Central clinging to a 2-point lead on Bryant. Let's look at some of the numbers from the first half. For the Bryant Hornets, Drake Fowler leading the team with 8 points. Kason Robinson had 4. Landon Newbern scored 2 points. Gabe George with 3. Darren Wallace with 2. And TJ Lindsay had 1. For Little Rock Central, it was Daniel Culberson with 2. Anar Boateng with 8. 2 from Dejon McDaniel. 4 from Gavin Snyder. And 5 from Luke Moore. And so we're ready to start the third quarter of play. It'll be Central basketball as we begin the third quarter. On defense for Bryant, 5 on the floor is TJ Lindsay, Kason Robinson, Darren Wallace, Gabe George, and Drake Fowler. So Central's Luke Moore right around a couple of defenders all the way to the rim. Bryant still in the locker room perhaps there. That was too easy for Luke Moore. That gives them a 4-point advantage. So, right out of the gate, Central with a basket. See what Bryant does to counter. George works it over to Fowler. Strong first half from Drake Fowler. He'll work on the taller defender. Swing it into the corner. Now a jump stop in the paint by Wallace. Back to Fowler. Jump pass over to George. George, can he go high off the glass? He can. Gabe George, great shot there. He has 5. Solid look to keep his composure and to go high off the glass. Got to find that angle. Luke Moore and out top. Moore's going to get it back. George rushes out towards him. Rebound in the paint by Fowler. Out in front to George. George, jump stop, can't finish. Lindsay's there. He's hit across the arm. TJ Lindsay is fouled, and he'll go to the line. So TJ Lindsay at the line for the second time in this contest. He went 1 of 2 at the free throw line his first time around. Foul was against Dejon McDaniel, his second personal. Lindsay 2 for 2 that time down. Bryant takes on Little Rock Southwest in Little Rock on Friday night. Then they are back home against Cabot on Tuesday. We'll have that one here for you on the Hornet Media YouTube channel. Then they are on the road at North Little Rock on the 18th before returning home for senior night in the final game of the regular season against Conway on February the 25th. As we mentioned during the girls' game, get this after the shot here. One's on the shot clock. Don't think he got that away in time. A shot clock violation. So I mentioned it during the girls' game. If you want to check out the latest happenings, Hornet News Now, new episode out tonight on our YouTube channel. You can check that out and catch up to date on quite a bit happening. A lot of good features in that episode. And hopefully we'll have one for you next week and the week after as well, as Robinson's hit across the arm going to the free throw line in a tie game at 24. 2 team fouls on Central here in this third quarter. Gavin Snyder has picked up his first personal foul. Kason Robinson, he had that 3 early on, then 1 free throw. And so for the guy that's used to scoring 17, 20, somewhere in that range per night, it's been a quiet first half, and now that we're into the second half, we'll see if Robinson picks it up on offense. Made 1 of 2. Here's Moore with George guarding him. Works it on the right wing to Smith. Robinson gives him a lot of space. Obviously, they know something that Savon Smith is not going to take that shot. Now he'll step inside the three-point line, and it's an air ball. Might have grazed the back side of the rim. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. And Robinson into the front court with it. He works on Smith. Wallace, deep, deep 3. Offline. Fowler almost had the rebound as he came charging in. But instead, Little Rock Central will take it. Now into the corner. Shot will go in for Boateng. That is a long 2. Nope, a 3 for him. And he has 11. Central back up on top by 2 at 27-25. Here's George. Pull up long jumper. Swish. How about that from Gabe George? Had his defender fooled. Got the basket to go. Central starting to take the deep shots. That one won't go. Student section starting to stand. They've gotten back into it now, perhaps. Lindsay up top. They need a big shot to fall to get them excited. Fowler's going to try to be the one to do that. He misses. About to hit the halfway point of the third quarter. Around the back dribble, and Boateng has taken the last 3 shots for Central. He's made 2 of them. A 3, then missed a 3, and then made that shot right there. So that gives Central a 2-point lead yet again. George fell down, couldn't finish the shot. Central's going to come away with it. They're going 4-on-2. Boateng steps through one defender, high off the glass and in. He is starting to take over. Now remember, he did not play a whole lot of the first half because he had 2 fouls as Lindsay tries to rocket a pass cross court, and it was knocked out of bounds. A week ago, 54-52 over Northside. In that game, it was Wallace with 17, George with 16, Robinson at 18. And then the game against North Little Rock, I think I gave the wrong score earlier. It was 73-65 North Little Rock, closer than what I said. And Robinson had 31 points in that game. George finished with 12. That was the last loss for Bryant. They've won 3 in a row since then, including a win over Little Rock Southwest, in which Robinson had 15, Fowler had 10, Newbern had 14. Actually, it was Robinson with 20 in that one, and Wallace had 12. There was a lot of scoring in that contest. Bryant gives it back. Central has it, and a 4-point lead as we near 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Central taking quite a bit of time. Obviously, they're going to the hot hand right now, and he gets all the way to the rim yet again, and a timeout is desperately needed by Bryant. So, Anar Boateng, the 6'6" sophomore, is starting to take over. Central has a 33-27 lead, and we'll take a timeout as well. Back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. Bryant took a timeout to try to calm down the situation here as they have allowed Central to go on quite a run. It was 22-20 at halftime, and so Central has outscored Bryant 11-7 in this third quarter, and they need some offense. George open deep in the wing. It'll go up top to Newbern instead. Now they work it to George. Robinson tries to get free underneath. It's not there. And Fowler inside, works it over to Wallace. His reverse layup will not go. Now a pass left side. Moore, 3, missed it short. Fowler reaches out, gets the basketball. Bryant on the move the other way. Fowler tries to scoop it up and in. Can't do so. Cody Robinson. Robinson on the floor. He was the guy that was injured in the first half for Central, so he's okay now. Moore over on the left side, and that jumper is up and in for Daniel Culberson. Culberson hits the 2. Strong third quarter from Central. Bryant not out of this thing by any means. Need to get Robinson going perhaps, but Central's locked in on him, made it difficult. Newbern, hard drive on the baseline, swings it out top. George around one defender, goes high to the rim. He's fouled, and he comes down hard. Goodness. Hold your breath. George is okay, it appears. So George will go to the line. See who they put that foul on underneath. Board showing Boateng with his 3rd foul. Senior at the line in an 8-point game. One more coming his way, and that's 8 points now for Gabe George. TJ Lindsay is back in. Wallace will take a seat. That one up and in as well for Gabe George. Fun night of basketball here at Hornet Arena. The girls winning earlier, winning their 3rd straight home game. As they knocked off Central, they have really played well as of late. Drive to the baseline. Culberson leaves it for his teammate. Good dribble there by McDaniel. He gets the basket, and we've got a timeout by Central. So they want to slow things down. They have an 8-point lead, 1:01 to play in the 3rd. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball presented by the Bryant Hornet Media Team. .101 to play in the 3rd. A timeout actually called there by Little Rock Central. They've got 4 left for the game. Bryant also has 4 left. Newbern to Robinson. He is open. Lindsay tries to get the rebound, but Culberson for Little Rock Central comes up with it. And that's one of those that if Robinson could have hit that shot, the crowd might have erupted, but it just would not go in, and he's been a little bit off tonight. 5 points for Kason Robinson. So 8-point lead for Little Rock Central, and they've got 10 on the shot clock. So Moore needs to start to make his move pretty soon here. Moore will drive on George, pull up, shot from about 6, no good. Lindsay the rebound, out to Fowler, plenty of time. 12 seconds left. Fowler realizes it, down to 9. Now he drives, finger roll at the rim, fouled. And with 6.1 to play in the 3rd, Drake Fowler will go to the free throw line for 2. No fouls from Bryant here in this 3rd quarter. That is a good thing. Free throw good for Fowler. It's a bright spot for Bryant. And Fowler goes 2 for 2. So Fowler is leading his team in scoring, 1 ahead of Gabe George, who has 9. Fowler with 10. And the final shot of the 3rd does not go for Moore. After 3 quarters of play, it is Central with the lead, 37-31. But don't go away. Fourth quarter could be all Bryant. We'll wait and find out. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. Back at Hornet Arena as we start the fourth quarter, and we're going to need a comeback. Bryant down by 6 points as we start the fourth, 37-31, Central with the lead. Our crew tonight, Naomi Ellison, Talia Thrash, Sydney Morgan, and Anthony Fontenette on cameras. And in the production booth, we've got Nick Gibbs running replay, Carson Hobson on graphics, and Terrian Smith, our technical director. Fowler thought about the three. And Fowler out of bounds with the basketball. Bryant turns it over. Well, you knew this was going to be a tough matchup. We mentioned that Central went into overtime against North Little Rock. Central has been a perennial powerhouse in basketball along with North Little Rock. And there's a long-range jumper that goes in. What a shot that was. That's 19 now for Anar Boateng, who, again, did not play much of the first quarter because of foul trouble, and he's been out there with 3 fouls, and he is just knocking down about everything that he shoots now. Again, leading all scorers with 19 points. And Kason Robinson's going to try to force the issue, get to the free throw line. This is what good shooters do when things aren't going their way. You start to drive in, get a little bit more aggressive, pick up a few fouls, get some free points at the line. Foul on Gavin Snyder, his second. 15 foul against Central. So quite an anomaly on the scoreboard there. 5 fouls for Central and none from Bryant. Sometimes opposing coaches take notice of that, and they start to work the officials a little bit. And they say, hey, look up there at the scoreboard. No fouls on their team. And then things start to tighten up. So we'll see if that changes. But so far, they've not called a foul on Bryant here in this second half. At least that's according to the board up there. I might not have all my numbers right. Central by 6. Moore with George guarding. Moore showed he's a pretty good player. He's had a lot of screens to work off of. Left side Robinson, nothing there. Back out to Moore. He's down to 7 on the shot clock. No panic in him. Now he drives, kicks it over to the right side. Open shooter. That one's missed by Snyder. And here is George. He's going to pull up and take the 3. Oh, my goodness. Lindsay, offensive rebound. Putback won't go. Can Robinson save it in bounds? Well, Moore's going to try to do so. Again, you got these situations occurring for Bryant. If these shots just go, you got a whole new game. You got the crowd into it, but George just couldn't quite get it there. Still Bryant basketball, fresh shot clock. Fowler inbounds in front of his own bench. And we've got a foul underneath that's going to go against Gavin Snyder. Looked like maybe the play's designed there to get the ball into Robinson, and then if they collide on him for a double team, it leaves Fowler open. But either way, Robinson able to get his defender to commit the foul. 6 fouls on Central now. George lost it for a moment, recovers. Now Robinson needing something. Leaves it for Fowler. Fowler redirects with the right hand on that left side. Couldn't finish. And some contact that they'll let him play through. Central will slow it down yet again. Well, nobody's getting to 100 tonight, that's for sure. There's a foul on a 3. Robinson collides with Cody Robinson. So that will put Cody Robinson at the free throw line. I believe that is Kayson's first foul. It is. Got 3 free throws here for Cody Robinson. That's his first point. One more now. That one is up and in as well. I want to tell the fans, too, if you've checked in on the games for the live stream, sometimes you might just go to the live stream, not check anything else. We're trying to post basketball highlights as well, especially when the team wins. So you can look for those in the next day or so as we'll post what we can. Fowler into the corner, Newbern. No shot there. We'll give off to George instead. Now here is Newbern. Spins in the paint, up with the right hand. Landon Newbern with a strong basket there for Bryant. We're heading near 5 minutes to play in the fourth. It's 41-35 Central. Bryant desperately needs a stop. You got the defense chant inside the arena. Students are all standing. Boateng all the way to the rim, missed it short. Offensive rebound and a foul underneath. We'll see when and where they called that foul as we look at the replay of Newbern's last basket. Spinning against 1-2 defenders, tossing it up high over those outstretched arms. So 2 fouls now on Bryant here in the second half, and they're both on Kayson Robinson, who is charged with that one as well. So an inbound underneath their own goal for Central, exactly 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Bryant hanging around, but down by 6. Boateng will try to work on Lindsay. That's some speed against a little more size. Let's see if they try to come back to him. One thing about Central, with this lead right now, they're going to take every bit of the possession. Boateng's long 3 won't go. Lindsay clears the glass. He wins the battle that time. And now Newbern. Will they look for the quick shot or slow it down as well? Fowler. Lindsay, the 3, T.J. Lindsay hits a 3-pointer. He has 6. It's a Schrader Custom Homes 3-point make, and Bryant is to within 3 as we near 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. How about that? And a timeout by Central. Check it out again. Fowler on the drive, finds the big man hitting the 3. 4:07 to play. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. .407 to play in the fourth, and Bryant is right here in this thing. Central with the lead, 41-38, and it's Central basketball. They just took a timeout on the right wing, controlled by Robinson. Robinson works it over to Moore. Moore picked up by Newbern. He'll reach out, guard him standing on that Hornet logo. Now Moore drives, leaves it underneath. Shot was blocked. Smith had it blocked out of bounds. Fowler right there. George came over to help out as well, it looked like. So Central will inbound underneath their own goal. They'll try to lob it up. Lindsay knocks it free. Yeah, it was Fowler who had that block a moment ago, and that's a shot clock violation. A good defensive stop for the Hornets, and they can get to within one or perhaps be tied on this possession. Robinson dishes inside to Lindsay, blocking foul, and TJ Lindsay has come to life here a bit. He's going to go to the free throw line, try to make this a 1-point game. The foul was against Cody Robinson, his second personal. Good look there by Kason Robinson. Perfect pass to Lindsay. Sometimes it's hard to get those taller players the perfect pass. You've got to bounce it in the right spot. And with TJ Lindsay going down, we've got some sweat on the hardwood they're going to have to wipe up. Yep, use the old bottom of the shoe trick. Or the very large Swiffer. How about that? Athletic Director Mike Lee doing the hard work tonight. He needs his own graphic. We'll get a graphic for the athletic director when he makes his appearance on the court. The great Mike Lee, he's been good to us so far here, Hornet Media, letting us kind of figure things out along the way this season. Free throw up and in for Lindsay. Cody Robinson goes out of the game. And Lindsay able to make that one. One-point game. Bryant on the cusp of coming all the way back. Trailed by as many as 8 or 9, I believe. Almost had a steal there. You know, Central, in some ways, have hurt themselves slowing this game down the way they have. A pass inside. Lindsay almost had it. Instead, it's going to be 2 for Daniel Culberson. Holy cow. Wow, I thought TJ Lindsay would have that and Bryant would go the other way and get an easy 2. Instead, Central scores and they lead by 3, less than 3 to go in the fourth. Here's George on a 3. He got it. How about that? Gabe George. We are tied at 43, everybody. Now we've got the crowd into it. Both crowds, in fact. A few fans here from Central as well. And again, Central in no hurry. Fleming works it over to the right side to Snyder. Now to, I think that's Culberson. Couldn't quite tell. He was down after missing the shot. No, it was Moore. Moore missed the 3. Here comes Bryant. A chance to take the lead. I don't think they've had the lead since it was about 8-7. They've been close. And Lindsay took a hard hit. And it's going to be 5-on-4 for a moment. Lindsay is back up. He is back up, so they'll let him play on. And then he takes another hit down the court. And he's really laboring out there a bit. Man, Lindsay took a hard hit. And there's nothing you can do about it. It can't, there's an alley-oop slam. Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't know if Bryant, oh, wow. Little Rock Central actually takes the time out there. Well, I'm a bit speechless on that one. The alley-oop dunk for Little Rock Central. They regain the lead 45-43. We'll see if TJ Lindsay stays in the game or not. He took just a hard hit. There's George's 3 that tied the game. And we'll just stay right here. 1:39 to play. Central 45, Bryant 43. You've got the ability on the YouTube channel to kind of go back and look at those previous plays, and I don't want to look at it too many times. Lindsay took a hard hit. His head hit the hardwood, and he was able to bounce back up. I'm assuming he's going to be out of the game. I don't know. He's standing in the huddle along with Coach A. Officials are talking to a couple of the assistant coaches for Bryant as well, and I think they're telling him it's a full timeout. Yeah, they're saying it's a full timeout, and they want to, you know, there's these weird rules in basketball. If it's a full timeout, you need to be sitting on your bench. You can't have everybody standing, so the official just telling Bryant players to sit down there. Big thanks to all of our sponsors here inside Hornet Arena. Big Red Stores, Bryant Family Pharmacy. I know you just saw those on the screen a minute ago. Dairy Queen, Everett, of course, Gina's and Hurricane Creek Dental, Ortho Arkansas. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for the Bryant Hornet Athletic Program. So a basket a moment ago from Central. They have a 2-point lead. It's 45-43, and it will be Bryant basketball. So Fowler, Newbern, Lindsay is going to stay out there. Gabe George and Kaysen Robinson. Here we go with 1:35 to play. Bryant needing a basket. Who will they turn to? Robinson on the right wing, works against his defender. Around one, around two, sends it into the corner. George is open, and he buries the three. Gabe George yet again. 15 for Gabe George. Bryant has a 1-point lead, 46-45. A Schrader Custom Homes 3-point make, and we are nearing 1 minute remaining. Jump stop just outside the paint for Moore. He gets the basketball back with 15 on the shot clock. 60 seconds to play in the fourth. Central down by one in possession. Here's Snyder. Snyder's going to keep. He goes around Robinson. Wild shot. It did not hit the shot clock, and that's a shot clock violation. Wave off the basket from Daniel Culberson. A solid 35 seconds of defense from Bryant, and they have a 1-point lead with the basketball. Quite the comeback here from Bryant. I don't think Central is going to foul. We're going to try to get a steal, and Robinson will take a timeout. He was 7 seconds in on that possession. You got to get the ball across half court in 10, and he realized he was in some trouble. So he takes a timeout. We'll take it as well. Bryant by one. We're back in a moment for the conclusion. You're watching Bryant Hornet basketball. It's Bryant basketball. They lead 46-45 with 40.3 remaining. As the inbounds pass goes to Lindsay, they'll get it right back to Fowler. And still need to move the basketball across the half court. Now they do. Landon Newbern right at half court. Less than 30 seconds to play. 15 on the shot clock. Newbern is fouled by Daniel Culberson. It's the 8th team foul on Little Rock Central, so it's a 1-and-1 situation. Clutch free throw opportunity here for Landon Newbern. He has just 4 points in the game. And the clock stopped at 26 seconds remaining. 1-and-1. He hits the front end. He'll get one more. This is the big one. 47-45. Newbern connects on both. 3-point Bryant lead. 26 seconds to play. Shot clock turned off. Will Central go for a three to tie it? They pretty much have to. They're running out of time now. They'll have to take a long shot. Moore over to Culberson. His three will not go. Actually, that was Robinson. Lindsay comes up with the rebound. Newbern has it. They will foul Newbern with 3.7 to play. Bryant by 3, and they can seal it with a free throw here. What a second half for the Bryant Hornets, especially this fourth quarter. A few fans starting to file out. Bryant will send everybody back. Coach A telling the defense to get up a little bit. Can't allow a three. Newbern's free throw. Good. That's going to do it. A 4-point lead for Bryant with 3.7 to play. Little Rock Central won't be able to overcome that. One more perhaps, just because. There we go. And it is 50-45. Central's final shots. They won't even get a shot away. Bryant comes away with the victory. 50-45 over Little Rock Central. That's a big, big win for this Bryant Hornet basketball team. What a second half performance from Bryant. And so much of it from Gabe George in this contest. We'll look back at a few of the highlights as we thank our entire crew, but let's give you some numbers while you see the highlights. Drake Fowler, 10 points. Kason Robinson had 7. Landon Newbern had 8. Gabe George with 15. Wallace had 2. TJ Lindsay, 8 points. So our crew tonight, we had Naomi Ellison, Talia Thrash, Anthony Fontenette, and Sydney Morgan on cameras for us. Running graphics was Carson Hobson. Nick Gibbs on replay. Our director was Antarian Smith, and I am Michael Westbrook. We'll talk to you next Tuesday when the Cabot Panthers come to town. Thanks for being with us, everybody, and so long.